Hello and welcome to Who Is That? Welcome to Just Draw 18. Yeah, I created a quick sketch of the moderately disturbing looking person there. The point of this drawing is I was going to say regular face, but really that was kind of a creepy look on that guy's face to begin with. But I wanted to take a face and then push it into the direction of either a zombie or a very wrinkled, weathered face. I wanted to push the detail on anatomy and texture as well as lighting. Something I really haven't done on this channel much is something that has more detail to it. And I thought it was about time that I showed my process on a piece that I took a bit more time on. The point I have on these Just Draw videos is to exactly what it says, just draw. Get you to sit down, get out a piece of paper, just work on something. It doesn't have to be anything special or even have a point to it. It's just to put some lines on paper, get the experience, feel more comfortable with drawing if you haven't done it in a while, or if you haven't done it ever, really, or since you were a kid. It's about igniting that enjoyment, that love of the process, and not being afraid of getting anything wrong. And really, that's the whole point of the Just Draw series. This one here kind of goes out of that in a way. This is, I kind of went in with, I think I had a little bit of reference off to the side, but I don't know if I really used it that much. It was from a different angle. I had a reference of an elderly man who was a little bit emaciated around the cheekbones, had some great bags under his eyes, and the photograph was great. It had some great lighting on it, so that's where the idea for this came. So anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and show you what can happen if you take a little more time on a piece. But at the same time, as you're watching right now, it can be a messy process. I know a lot of people, if you watch the videos, they work a lot cleaner. The process is just different than this right here. I do a lot of sketchy lines in a lighter pencil, and with that I can work my way up with darker pencils with more of a map underneath of which lines I want to keep and which ones I want to remove or leave to the side. I didn't really use the eraser much on this, except for the initial part where I went from the sketch to going into this final piece. I wanted to leave the rough lines in so you can see the process and you can see how you don't have to worry so much on perfection, even on a piece like this where you spend more time on it. Really, the point of all of my series that I'm doing here is just to take perfectionism away, remind you that it's a creative process and sometimes creativity can be messy, and that's okay. I went into this knowing that this might have just been a horrible mess. Sometimes you go in with good intentions, sometimes it does not work out. Luckily, this turned out pretty good at the end. As long as you're willing to trust the process and move through the messy middle. I know a lot of people call it that. When you get into the middle stages, you go from sketch, the excited idea, and you have to work your way to the finished end piece. The middle of it can really end up looking ugly sometimes, but you have to just remember the process, get reference if you need it. Don't worry about sticking to the reference too perfectly if you can, because you have to realize that you're not a camera. It's going to have your flair, your artistic stamp on it. So it's not always going to look exactly like the reference. You can use the reference as reference. How is the bottom teeth going to look with the mouth open? How do the wrinkles around the eye look? Where is the various muscles around the mouth? Which direction they go? Things like that. Yeah, but don't worry so much about being perfect. None of us are perfect, and that goes the same for what we create. It's just about creating a piece, maybe falling in love with it, maybe hating it, who knows, but having a sense of accomplishment that you did it, and then move on to the next one. Every piece is a stepping stone to getting better. And here I am starting with darker pencil. I think that's a B. And I think I'm fairly happy with where the lines are right now, where I've set the wrinkles in anatomy. And I'm starting to accentuate, whichever the word is, starting to push the lines, making lines permanent. So yeah, finalizing the piece. Hope that made some sense. Brain fart. I really enjoyed the shading around the eye, from the brow to the eye there. That was fun, where I got the border shadow there to work the way I wanted it to, and the lighter shadow underneath. That felt right to me, and that was nice. I like that. But yeah, there was a lot of it that was working. I knew going in that I wasn't really going to do anything with the ears. I could have, but the focus was on the face. So I kind of ignored the ears, which is fine. I'm sure next time or another time we'll work on the ears on a different piece. And when you work on your own pieces, I encourage you to sketch out ideas. When I did this, I did a few preemptive pieces, smaller, just thumbnail sketches of ideas I knew that I wanted to do, like I mentioned, a wrinkly face or undead face, something that had a lot of texture, something really interesting. It allowed me to get a game plan of what I wanted to concentrate on and how I wanted to go about drawing this piece. I always recommend, if you know you're going to do a more finalized piece, plan it. Sometimes it's fun just to go in and just start on a piece, and yeah, sometimes it works out. But if you plan it, then you can take care of any hiccups that might happen beforehand. Like if you can't remember where certain muscles are or how they act, if he's got a partial snarl, or how the nose might move, like his nostril there is slightly up because his lip is slightly up. Things like that I reminded myself in my planning sketches. Working on that shadow some more. Yeah, this was a fun piece, and it's kind of a pre-Halloween season feel to it too. I might do something in my next one. I might do another long piece, but maybe something specific, like, I don't know, Beetlejuice or Deadpool or something cool like that. Or something completely different, maybe, I don't know, a zombified cartoon character, but really detailed like this. Go from cute to horror. That could be fun. I don't know, what do you think? Yeah, I wanted to concentrate on the face, so as you can see here, I did very loose detail work on the forehead. If I were to have done the entire face, I would have put a lot more emphasis on deep wrinkles on his forehead. But yeah, just quick light stuff. Something to fill in the area so it doesn't look forgotten. And very rough. Out of focus even looking ears. And there we are. There's the quick signature, tools I used, description below if you're interested in any of them. And there it is, finalized. A lot of fun. Would recommend giving a longer form piece a shot, and we'll see you next time.